Why do we love story? What is it about story that draws us in? I think the answer is more simple and simultaneously more complex than we think. So many of you have probably heard of the hero's journey, the model that basically all story has used for thousands of years. We've been telling ourselves the same story over and over. So what is it that we have been trying to tell ourselves? Well, a few things right off the bat. 1. In order to achieve change in your life, you need to leave your comfort zone. 2. In order to conquer your challenges, you need to lay down your normal way of doing things and adopt a new way of thinking. 3. To succeed at life, you need to burn away what can't be reborn, but this comes at a cost of being unable to return to the life you knew. But I think there's even a bigger picture going on. When you boil it all down, story is about two things: turning chaos into order and coming into consciousness. And by turning chaos into order, you wake up. Take Lord of the Rings, for example. By the end of his journey, Frodo can't return to the Shire. He's awake and he can't return to the garden. Look back to some of the original stories. In Genesis, the world is shapeless and without form. It's chaos. God speaks the chaos into order, and then what happens? Man wakes up. And I think that's all story is, just cycle after cycle of us getting thrown into chaos and having to learn again and again how to tame it and wake up. But in my opinion, there's no modern series that does this better than Harry Potter. Harry Potter is filled with symbolism of how to deal with chaos. Everything down to the game of Quidditch, a game where Harry's job is to chase this hard to see and even harder to predict small sphere. This literal symbol of chaos sporadically runs around the field until caught, and when it is, the game is over, and you're awarded enough points to pretty much win the game. Harry starts off born in a chaotic world, but not of magic, but of tragedy. His parents were killed and he's an orphan. He can't have order or peace until he faces the chaos that killed his parents. Much like life, you're never going to be able to move past tragedy unless you face it head on. With each installment, Harry wakes up more and more. In the third book, Harry learns that there's good and evil within all of us, displayed by the literal duality of man within Professor Lupin and the wrongfully convicted Sirius Black. While in the fifth book, Harry has to lay down the idolized version of his parents when he finds out that his dad was less than perfect and a bit of a bully. All of this culminates in teaching Harry that the way you beat chaos is not by aggressively fighting it, but by surrendering to it and allowing part of yourself to die. And when you do that, you rise up stronger than ever. Because when you learn to conquer the chaos in your life, you're untouchable.